Hello everybody, my name is Max. I am the front person, or at least I was, back when Meat Farm was playing, but I'm the front person and I'm also the mastermind behind the creation of the tracks. The way it would happen back in Meat Farm is I'd create the tracks, I'd mix them, master them, release them, and then I'd take them to the band and then the band would adapt. And they did fantastic jobs with that, I have to say, fantastic jobs. Anyways, today I'm going to be recording a video of how I recently made a new track, which I'm going to be releasing soon. And this track is quite like Babyface Bruiser from Meat. It's very high frequency, very in your ears, very nasty, very disgusting. Gotta love it. So by the looks of things, I made this at about 5-6 o'clock this morning, and it's now whatever time it is now. I don't have a clock in here that I can see quickly, but basically, as you can see, I have a whole range of stuff here. I have, is this a kick? I got kick, snare. What's that? I don't know how to play the rest of it though. That is probably a hat. Yeah, Contact 7. So that's the hats. Then I've got I'm pretty sure I've an 808 or a 909 doing a kick and kick, then kick and kick. That's great, isn't it? Then I do one that's kick, tom, snare, and it goes something like that. It goes quite massively impactful. Then I've got the main synthesizer, the baby, the only one, the UAD X Polymax synthesizer, which is my baby, really. Can I focus on that? Can I zoom in? Oh, you can see that better. What happens if I tip? There we go. So I've got the UAD X Polymax synthesizer, which is my favourite synthesizer that I've ever used on Meat Farm at the moment. This synthesizer itself is quite dear to me. I got it as a free plug-in once. I mainly just spent about 10 quid on a plug-in just to get this, because I was like, oh my god, a free synthesizer. So I was like, fuck it. Fuck it, I'll go for the free one. And since then, it has been phenomenal. The synthesizer itself, very simple when it comes to the top of looking at it. Very simple looking at it. It's got dual oscillator. You've got dual volumes through oscillators. You got your noise generator with pink and white. You've got pitch modulation, which can be modulated using the envelope or the LFO. You've got modulation of the FM of oscillator 2, which can be modulated with the LFO or envelope. You've got coarse and fine tuning, modulation of the wave shapes, LFO and envelope for both oscillators, and you've got more stuff. It's your standard 2 oscillator analog synthesizer, really. But this thing has been crucial to creating my sound that I've used on Meat Farm since Meat was released. And when I first got into when Meat Farm was first being born in that way, it was this synthesizer that I used because this was the only, or one of the only synthesizer plugins that I actually owned. So I was like, well, I've only got this, so why not go for it? And so I did. Now I have a lot more, but I still find myself going back to this baby. Really good puppy, this one. Anyway, so what I've got here so far is kick, snare, hats, then a drum machine. I've got the bass synthesizer, which is this, and I've also got 2 guitars. These are both using Guitar Rig 7 with the Ramfire amplifier. I'm pretty sure it's based on a Rammstein amp. And I've got UAD X control channel, center channel, whatever, which basically looks like this. It is a Century tube channel strip, has tube preamp, an equalizer, opto leveler, and a master volume. I use it a lot in tasteful ways, but in this occasion I've used it in a very disgusting manner. I've abused the poor thing. And yeah, let's start going through it and start describing what I've been doing here. So if I quickly right then, so what I've got here is, or how it starts really, is using a contact instrument, which I'm pretty sure is DrumLab for this one. I'm pretty sure that's what I use. I use that a lot in Meat. I use that a lot in Laughter House. Not as much in Eat, Sleep, Cure, Repeat, Fuck, because I mostly use drum machine samples in that one. But in Meat, I used a lot of the Contact 7 instrument DrumLab, and I used the Dirty one and 53rd Av, and you, whatever it is. I was recording a video earlier, which I'm not going to upload, and I was like, how do I say that? And I just sat there for at least 25 hours just talking about how I'm going to say that. Anyway, so this is what the hats sound like. I'll do them dry first. So that means taking off all of my effects. So this is it just by itself. Oh, might I add, this time signature is in 3/16. It's going 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 like that. I can't really keep up with that very much. I'm very lazy when it comes to speaking. But is the original sound, and then I'll go to my kick drum and I'll show you that original sound without all of the stuff on it. So we've got the standard industrial metal drum machine kick there, but this is where it gets fun. This one I'll show you the effects that I've got on it now. So what I did was added the Century channel Century tube channel, whatever, which equalized it, compressed it, and I added a effect strip from Baby Audio, the BA1 effect strip, which I mostly put, what did I put on it? I didn't do anything except put it through the speaker of the BA1, so it sounds like it's coming through a piano, and then I put pitch drift on the end to give it that really big, well, it sounds 3D almost, you know, where it's moving, it's alive. And that was beautiful. I was like, that's nice. And here's the snare. This one I'm going to play just as it is. So what I've done there is basically the same as the kick drum. I've got the center channel tube, I've got the BA1 effect strip, and I've got pitch drift on there as well, which is another Baby Audio. I'm pretty sure it's Baby Audio. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, pitch drift is another Baby Audio plugin which I use. I like using all the VHS stuff. I like using all the saturators and stuff like that because it's just great fun. It really adds life to your character, really. So that one's basically the same as the kick drum. So this is what they sound like together. Very mean, very nasty. And when it comes to the hats, right, this is where you hear it with the same setup. So we've got, obviously when I say same setup, I mean same selection of choices when it comes to the plugins. But each instrument has their different compression, each instrument has different EQs, obviously. Otherwise it all sound very weird. So this next one is the hats, which I showed you dry. This is them when they're completely covered in all sorts of viscous materials. As you can hear, there's the pitch drift on there, which is quite intense. You've got the BA1 effects, which I'm pretty sure I've got a chorus on there as well. I've also got this, I'm pretty sure I've got the speaker emulation on there too. Yeah. And that's not even peaking, man. That's not peaking. And that's loud. And then here comes probably the least effective one. Huh? Yeah, probably the least. Oh, wait, hang on. No. That's right. What about the vocal? Ah, okay. So this next three don't have many effects on them. Like this is the Polymax that I was talking about earlier. And this one only has the Sentry tube on there. Same with the drum machine, which is this. So this is slightly overdriven 909, I'm pretty sure. Which I overdriven using the Sentry tube. And when I said about the toms earlier, if I did say that in this video, it sounded like this. So it's got toms and a snare in there as well. Very Marilyn Manson-esque, if you ask me. Then we get to my favourite, which is always the bass line. Being a bassist myself, I really enjoy writing these bass lines. I'm very lazy with it most of the time. I wish I was more Trent Reznor or Skinny Puppy-esque where it was actually more than one key being held down by an arpeggiator. Or, well, saying that, it's mostly just working on it, really. Sorry, my iPad says it's in low power mode, that's great. Yeah, so this is the Polymax, and this is what the bass line sounds like. Very electronic, very static sounding, like an electrostatic, you know what I mean? It's what it sounds like all together with the other instruments. This is without the hats, so I've got to put them in. So that's your basic intro of the track. And it's only a short. I'm trying to keep it short, but it's not exactly staying short, really. These next tracks are the guitars. I'm not going to show you the intro bit of the guitar. I'm going to show you the main riff, and I'm going to show you the nude lead part, and then that's going to be that. And I'm going to go on to the vocals because I'm very proud of how the vocals turned out. So this is a rhythm style guitar that I'm playing here. I am in drop D, I'm pretty sure. Then again, I'm not entirely sure. It was 5, 6 a.m. when I wrote this. It's been a long day. So this is what it sounds like. So that's your main riff. While that's playing, I've got the vocals going alongside it, which I will show you in a second. And basically, I also have this playing over top after the vocals finish, which is like a little bridge section, and it goes back into the verse. Great fun. My controller's not working. Yeah, so that's basically what I've got for the whole thing. I'm not going to spoil the rest of the track because I'm going to release it on YouTube soon. Yeah, so that's that. So I'm going to now go to my vocals. Hopefully it only take about 5 more minutes to talk about it because I don't want to keep you there too long. So the vocals only have 2 verses in this song, as you can see. Vocals, try and look at iPad on this. The vocals are here. And they sound like this.
Take your body from me, I need your body. Speak your language to me, before I kill you quickly. My name is Boss to me, more name is Shippies. This is nothing to me, you gotta please me.
So basically what that one is, I'm really happy with how it's turned out. So I've got, so from dry, I go into the UAD Central Tube, then I go into pitch drift, then I go into super VHS, these are all baby audio except the UAD, and I go into TAIP, which is basically just tape, but I said TAIP so I'm funny. And I go into that, I'm not going to show you my details because I might use them and I don't want you stealing it, alright? And so, yeah, it's basically that. I'm going to be releasing this track soon as I've mastered it. I'm not going to play the entire thing here. I might leave a bit at the end to show it. Yeah, I'll probably do that actually. I'll make some visuals to show over the top of it and just throw it in the back. Warning, there is going to be flashing lights, okay? But anyway, thank you for watching. I am sorry Meat Farm isn't playing live anymore at the moment. It's tricky because it's mostly me feeling confidence in myself, being able to portray this art properly, because I'll go deeper into explanations about Meat Farm in the future once I've got it all uploaded, and once I'm starting to get followers on it, I will explain exactly how I made those albums and why it was such a taxing experience performing them. Sometimes I will explain the sometimes when it wasn't. I will explain exactly why it wasn't. But yeah, thank you for watching. Enjoy the music. Remember, flashing lights.